What just happened?
Countdown. It's countdown. Maybe not. Okay. I think we may be on. Let's see. Well, let's see.
Real Talk with the RN Diva and Pastor Robert
We're on.
podcast. Now streaming on X and wherever you podcast. Let's go.
All right. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk with the RN Diva and Pastor Robert. I'm Pastor Robert, and there is the RN Diva. Say hello, Diva.
When I get ready.
When you get ready, oh Lord. All right, family. Welcome to Real Talk with the RN Diva, Pastor Robert. We're right here on the RCTV network. Now, listen, if you've come for some safe conversations, this might not be the stop. But if you come for some truth, context, and a little holy side eye, well, from me, not from her, you're in the right place. Tonight, we're going to open the vault. We're going to talk about the E-files. You know what I'm talking about. The E-files. Yes, those files connected to Jeffrey Epstein, because what's been done in the dark keeps trying to creep back into the light, Diva. And people have a lot of questions. And as the scripture says, nothing is hidden that won't be revealed. So apparently, even the internet.
Interconnect.
Leads accountability. Then we're going to pivot to culture shock. Nicki Minaj, Nika, has social media in a chokehold after appearance last week at the White House, connected to the Trump accounts. And folks are losing their minds. So labels are flying, timelines are shaking, tweets are being tweeted, and apparently free thought still scares people. And if that wasn't enough, we're unpacking the reports around Don the Lemon Head Lemon.
That's my boyfriend.
He don't want no woman. And his reported arrest. We're going to slow that down, separate the headlines from the facts, talk about media narrative and accountability, the First Amendment, because in this season, everybody wants grace until it's their time. Their name is trending. So anyway, now this one hits home, and hopefully we'll have more time. If not, we'll do it next week. But hopefully we'll have enough time. Diva, this is your segment here. There's poison in our candy. A Florida study raising alarms about arsenic in popular sweets. Kids eating it, families buying it, corporations struggling it off. So the Diva is going to put her nurse hat on and remind us that what we call treats. Oh, Lord. Because sometimes
maybe the last thing you eat.
Maybe slow lessons and negligence. So tonight, no scripts, no talking points, just unfiltered conversation at the intersection of culture, comedy. That's her. Faith, medicine, and common sense. So I want you to comment below, share the stream, tag somebody who needs to hear this, and buck up, Diva. It's time for Real Talk with the RN Diva and Pastor Robert podcast. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's go. Now listen, we got some heavy stuff to talk about here. We're going to be talking about the E-files, and the reason why I'm being very careful in calling it the E-files is because of the algorithm on YouTube. But here's the deal here. Jeffrey Epstein. The DOJ, finally, they released half of the files, 3 million of them, hundreds of thousands of documents, hundreds of thousands of, tens of thousands of videos and pictures, so on and so forth. And it's damning. It is damning.
Lies.
It is damning. Well, if you see the videos and the emails, that's the proof that it's not lies. And it is on I will give you the website if you want to see for yourself, because there's too much. We can't cover it all tonight, just because even when I was doing show prep today, just between this afternoon and last night, this afternoon and this evening, some more things have happened, because 3 million files is going to take a while for everybody to go get into it. But so just take a breath, because this is where the headlines, leaks, power, and the speculation all collide. Now, over the past few days, A lot of stuff has come out, documents and commentary has reignited conversations that many people thought were buried, Diva. And on a recent discussion, even on Joe Rogan, he's talking about it, about Epstein era leaks. Now, some of this stuff,
not Joe Rogan.
Now some of this stuff, Diva, one of the sponsors of the show from the Alex Jones store, Alex Jones was talking about this stuff 20 years ago, the Epstein Island and what was going on, and everybody called them crazy conspiracy theorists. And I don't know if you remember something called Pizzagate about 10 years ago. This all confirms it, because some of the stuff that's going on, we're going to show you tonight. There's some, and then, oh, by the way, have you ever heard of Bill Gates? You know, Microsoft.
The nasty self.
Well, certain documents noting that alleged Bill Gates that may have been pressured by Epstein, while also being clear that you cannot assume these claims are true. Epstein himself could have fabricated the information to gain leverage. There's an email that between Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Gates, allegedly, where Bill Gates had gotten allegedly got STDs from some Russian girls he had been messing with over in the island. So he called it an STD. And so he gave it to his wife. So he was asking in the email, he was asking for some type of, what would you do? Some type of antibiotic that he could maybe give to his wife where she would not be aware, because she didn't know that she, Imagine, this is the man that was behind the COVID vaccine shots and all this stuff and all this stuff, but he decided to find something because he had the claps and syphilis or something.
He had the crotch rot.
The world had, huh?
He had the crotch rot.
What'd you say?
He had the crotch rot.
Ooh,
and did. He tried to slip it in her drink or in her food, so she didn't know that she has been affected. Man,
because see, that's a bad boy. He's a bad boy right there. So anyway, we're gonna start off with Ryan Matter. Ryan Matter, who does a lot of documentaries on the life of children. Check him out, Ryan Matta. He did a video here on X. He's gonna show us in TV. We're gonna get into it and we'll discuss some more of what's going on. I don't know. This is crazy. Let's go here and see what Ryan is talking about. What about?
I hear the puppies. Can't hear it. No.
Hear it? Okay.
No.
All right. 1 second.
We're fucking.
Listen, 1 second. We're gonna check it. You can't hear it, so we're gonna make sure you can hear it. Okay. Now can you hear it? Nothing. All right. 1 second here.
Hit play now.
Okay. Hit play now. There we go.
Right about the Israel connection, about the compromised politicians, about the pedophile ring. They were right, allegedly, of course. And they did get the details wrong. Because what did the tinfoil hat guys do? They elected those pedos into fucking office. These people played their hand perfectly. They told them everything they wanted to hear.
We're going to drain the swamp of corruption.
They validated their conspiratorial minds.
They always like to say, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. Not a conspiracy theory, folks. Millions and millions of people.
And then they built up the cult, a godlike image. Attacking him was blasphemy. They discredited the media, they demonized the opposition, and they gave them an enemy.
The radical left is causing this problem, not the right, the radical left.
And everything that goes against the word of the great leader.
You are fake news.
Every revelation of wrongdoing just confirmed the witch hunt narrative.
That's what we should be talking about, not the Epstein hoax.
So now that the Epstein case finally blows open, nothing. Silence. We're 12 hours in. Look at the front page of the #1 propaganda channel today after 3 million documents went live. Not a word on the biggest pedophile ring in history.
President Trump says that Iran wants to make a deal.
And these constant distractions have the media focusing on everything else.
The commander-in-chief has been weighing new strikes on the Islamic Republic.
So what will it be now? Will it be bombing Iran? Will it be more military in American cities? Will it be the arrest of Obama? Don't let him distract you. Don't let him censor you. Do not stop talking about this. Keep on the pressure, and this might just be his downfall.
All right.
Level on that, and the fact that End of News only has 7,000 followers blows your mind, right? But check this out, only 9 posts. Only 9.
All right, Diva. Go ahead. Go for it.
What you're not gonna do is play in my face. You're not gonna play in my face and act like that stuff didn't just drop. All of a sudden, all the hemming and hawing that's been going on, and now the stuff gets released. The e-files get released, and nobody says a word. Miss me with the bullshit. I need folks to pay attention. Miss me with, okay, this is the banana. If it was ever a banana in a tailpipe, this is it. This is it.
Yeah. Can you believe that? And it makes a lot of sense because Gerald Celente, who Trends Journal, he's been saying this for 20 years. He says, when all else fails, when everything else fails, they take you to war. Every time something
gotta distract you.
Even when do you remember when Bill Clinton was president, the Monica Lewinsky thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you know she was a Mossad plant. And what happened was they found out through the Epstein files that Benjamin Netanyahu actually, they knew. That's how they got the tapes. Remember, they had the tape of her and talking in the right. They messed around for a year and a half. What happened? They tried to get him not to to do things or whatever. So what he did, he bombed. You might have been in the service then. He bombed somewhere like over Czechoslovakia or Yugoslavia. He did a bombing over there of a medicine plant or something like that right before the Monica Lewinsky files came out. They tried to distract. There was also a government shutdown, all this stuff. So when all this fails, they take you to war. And so literally they are expecting, because these files have come out, that we're going to go to war against Iran any moment now. But here's the other thing. There's another side. There's another conspiracy theory that's saying because Israel was trying to get him to go to war with Iran and he didn't want to, that's why they had them release the files this weekend. So
in retaliation, that's a crock of shit. That's just a whole damn... Man, listen, first of all, why did it take this long to get what was released?
What?
That's the first question.
Okay.
Then if you look into the information that was released and all the redactions, whoever sat down and focused on redacting the information, I don't care what you do to Donald Trump's picture. I don't care what you do to it. You could put ears on it and a tail. You can block it out. I don't care if half of it is 75% of it is blocked out with a black covering. I know exactly who it is. It's a picture of him and these little young girls. You stop. We're not stupid. All this ice stuff and everything that's going on.
Now they were saying it was from those pageants. Because remember, he used to own the pageants. So
and he wanted to go back there when they were getting dressed.
He was going back there, walking through there when they were getting dressed backstage and stuff like that.
Why hasn't anybody beat him up? Like, why would you walk back there with those little young girls? Oh, if I was back there, I would have beat him up butt booty naked. I wouldn't have cared. I'd have been like, first of all, sir, you're not supposed to be here.
He owned the thing.
I don't care nothing about owning it. And then I'll be like, I'm out. Fuck off.
Yeah. So
disgusting.
We're
just gonna keep overlooking a PDF file. We're just gonna keep overlooking it. I'm not actually seeing what I'm seeing. You're gonna tell me I'm not seeing what I'm seeing?
He even said, maybe he said it was a hoax, a Democrat hoax. Then Pam Bondi from the state of Florida, Pamela Joe Bondi, she said, "Oh, I've got the files right on my desk." And then after that,
I don't know. I don't have them.
I don't have no files. They're on the files. And then Dan Bongino, he's back in Stewart. He's back home now. He started this podcast back again today. He's out.
The FBI guy.
Yeah, the deputy director. Yeah, yeah. He's back home in Martin County now. And he's, he said, "Oh, I saw all the files and this, that, and the other." So, but he was talking a lot of trash prior to becoming the deputy director of the FBI. So, what do you think about this? There's stuff showing torture of children. There's people talking about, hey, you need to kill so and so and so, but they blacked the person's name out that was sending the email because he betrayed you, something to Jeffrey Epstein, and he betrayed us. You need to kill him. And there has not been not one investigation on any of these crimes there in these files. Now, Jeffrey Epstein was coming to find out, and I'm just going to hit some points. He also, Diva, he was also meeting with world leaders. Ehud Barak, one of the former prime ministers and defense minister for Israel. There's a video, and I don't have it here tonight. He was meeting with him because he was getting ready to come out of office, and he wanted to know how can you hook me up with something so I don't come out of office and then I'm not doing anything? And he led him to, there's a tape of it. He led him to say, come to this guy named Peter Thiel. Now, this is back in the 90s. Late 90s. Peter Thiel, that name doesn't ring a bell, does it? Peter Thiel is the owner of Palantir. Palantir is an AI surveillance company that Israel used it when they were in this war, but now we started using it over here for crime, to try to identify the immigrants, because you can use AI and facial recognition and all that kind of stuff. So, once it starts there, it goes, it keeps going further and further. But Peter Thiel is also the sponsor and the main man for our vice president, J.D. Vance.
Chucky.
Yes. They met several years ago. He's the one that funded his campaign for Senate several years ago. He's the one that helped funded his book that he wrote. He's the one that JD started a company. He put in the $15 million for it. So JD Vance is his puppet.
It's his bitch.
Yeah. And Peter Thiel is the owner of Palantir, which is government, and they have a contract with the CIA.
They're all so disgusting and crooked. And everything leads to sex.
Yes. There's also torture because they were saying, allegedly, there's video torture where Jeffrey Epstein was telling somebody, hey, I like that torture video you sent me. Oh, yeah, it's deep. There's a video of Jeffrey Epstein chasing about 3 or 4 little girls around the kitchen in the house there in Palm Beach. Now, they blacked out the girl's face, but they were like 8, 10, 12 years old. They were girls. They were clearly girls. They weren't, small women. There's another picture of the former prince, because they know they defrocked him, Andrew.
They took his shit.
Yeah. And his brother now, the king, put him out of the royal, because they get a royal man, they get their own man. He got to get out of that too. He took him off the payroll and everything. But he's still legally married to Fergie. But they just lived the two sides of the she was doing her thing, he was doing his, but he is just there's a picture of the former prince. There was 2 girls like passed out on the floor. And he was between them. Now, they blacked up the face. He was between them, hovering over them, doing something. But they were clearly passed out. Young girls passed out. And he was doing something because he looked up at it like with this sinister look, which it can only be sinister. They were trying to, they had where he was trying to get meetings with, having meetings with world leaders. Jeffrey Epstein was. There's a scientist, a doctor, a scientist named Peter Avedi or something like that. Some people know him. I don't know him. He's like on he's like on CNN a lot, some of those shows like that, giving medical advice. Another discovery of Oprah. Well, they found emails with him where he was emailing him for several years ago saying, hey, I can't wait to come back over there. We got to have some more fun. And this and that. So he had to put out a statement trying to, now we know it wasn't like that. We were doing some medical. But let me just lay it out for you. It's one thing. And I'm going to tell you what else he was doing. There's 2 things that's going to blow your mind. Number 1, it was not just the mansion there on Palm Beach that he had. It was not just the island that he bought in the Virgin Islands, Little St. James Island, which is now known as Epstein Island. He also had the biggest townhouse in New York City in Manhattan. It was literally a whole block. There's a lot of stuff happened. And then he also had a ranch, the Zorro Ranch down in New Mexico. And the Zorro Ranch, he was doing scientific experiments down there because he was doing DNA and all kind of stuff, taking stem cells and sperm and so there was all kind of stuff going on there. Yeah, he was trying to make like the perfect.
Was he Frankenstein? What the entire?
Yeah. That was a lot of it. You know, that was a lot of trying to manipulate DNA and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of stuff going on. Now, here's the thing. Here's the other thing. He was also involved in our financial system and the housing system here in the United States. Go back about 25 years when President Bill Clinton deregulated the banking industry, which allowed a lot of minorities to be able to get subprime loans and mortgages for their houses. Okay, that's what it ended up causing the housing crisis in 2008. Okay, you remember that when we had that crash? Okay, a lot of people lost their house. Okay, but that was because of what Bill Clinton did back in the 90s. But I want you to hear what Jeffrey Epstein had to say about that. And I'm gonna give you he was being interviewed by Steve Bannon, who was one of Trump's former right-hand men. And you gotta let Roger Stone tell you about that. But anyway, he was being interviewed by Steve Bannon. Now, Steve Bannon did this interview, 2-hour interview, all about maybe not too long before he got arrested and died in prison. But he never released the interview for some reason. But now it's been released. And they're talking about the housing market. But I want you to listen closely, Diva. Listen closely and watch the captions and hear what he said. And then I'm going to bring it to what he said about black folks and minorities. Yeah, it's going to blow your mind. Okay, here we go.
I would tell you it was Bill Clinton.
Because of what Bob Rubin and he did to deregulate the financial system?
No. Because the last time we had our 60-minute interview, you talked to me about home ownership. And you asked me whether everyone should own a home. And I told you, no, it's too risky.
So the financial collapse of 2008 is because of hardworking African Americans, Hispanics, and whites who wanted to have a ownership stake in the society that all rests on their shoulders. They're the culprits.
No, not at all.
Okay, then
I didn't say they were the culprits. I was pretty clear it was Bill Clinton.
Okay, did you catch that? Do I need to play it again? Did you catch that?
No, do not play it again.
So he said Bill Clinton, but really he was saying black folk, minorities, don't deserve to have a chance to have a home in the American dream.
That's why you never saw any little black girls running around the kitchen.
Yeah, and I'm going to show you what happened with that because there is an email. There's an email where he was planning something with somebody. They had the person's name blocked out, Diva, and guess what he said? He said, don't bring any, they were talking about bringing women, girls, or whatever. He said, don't bring any niggers. And then he literally said niggers in the email. Don't bring any niggers, and he used some of the derogatory term like he'd throw up or whatever case. So, you know what? We would look at that and say, oh, he's a racist, so-and-so. But for once, thank God.
Thank God.
I always should say there was nobody, none of us was over there getting
everything ain't for everybody.
Because normally
we had nothing to do with that old wrinkled up white man. We were not there.
He didn't even want us. Thank the Lord.
Thank you, Jesus, for not wanting us. We appreciate you here. We appreciate you.
But
miss me with that bullshit. I'll catch the next thing smoking. I don't need to be over on the island. I sail right by that bitch. No, thank you.
But even when Ghislaine Maxwell was recruiting the girls in West Palm Beach,
I hope they whooping her ass in prison.
Even when she was recruiting them, he always told them they had to be this, they couldn't be this, they couldn't
Yeah.
be that.
What a sick bastard.
They said he would have. They said he would have. Well, he said this. He would have at least 3 times a day. He would have at least 3 girls a day. Because she would go, and what happened? They would pay the girls, 14, 15, 16 years old, whatever the case. Hey, you get one of your friends, we'll give you some more money. So you don't. That's gonna hook him. You getting $200, the massage, and a dirty old man. You get a couple $100 if you bring another girlfriend. And so that was kind of the story. But there's also some more disturbing things that's happened. And this one is pretty because there's somebody else that's allegedly involved. We're talking now, these are just allegations, but now let me tell you, let me just set it up for you. What people are paying attention is the breadth of names, Diva, that are on these newly released documents, including Jay-Z, Pusha T,
I'm not surprised.
Harvey Weinstein, Leon Black, and Bill Barr, former Attorney General. Now, Bill Barr was Attorney General when he got killed in the jail.
Oops.
But guess what? Back in the 70s, when Jeffrey Epstein was a college dropout, didn't have his degree.
Mm-hmm. He's the one that put him on.
Bill Barr's father hired him to teach at this exclusive private school.
Yep.
So, see, that's all connected.
And he had no credentials. He had nothing.
Yep.
And they were like, what does this guy have? Like, what school, college did he go to? Da, 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 da. And this guy vouched for him.
Yeah.
Now, is he alive still?
Not Bill Barr's father. He's been dead. Bill Barr's
okay, because he was, when it all came out, he was quite embarrassed. You knew what was going on, bro. You know what you were breeding.
So there are some allegations about Jay-Z and Pusha T. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, no, not Pusha T.
And let's go. And there's some speculation there. Well, Pusha T wasn't this, that, and the other at that time, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Here's this. Let's watch this. Let's read this little story here, and you'll see. This is ugly. This is ugly. All right. It says the mask is off. This is on X post at Trump Girl Love. The mask is off. Jeffrey Epstein's newly released files named Jay-Z as a sick predator who drugged and raped multiple women and was literally naked in the room with Harvey Weinstein. And there's the documents there, the FBI documents to the right of your screen. There he is with Beyonce. This monster still walks red carpets. He didn't do it last night. Runs empires in the music industry. He's the one over on the NFL show. This coming Super Bowl, the Super Bowl halftime show this coming weekend. Go Patriots! But anyway, how many more victims have to suffer before Hollywood burns? The conspiracy crowd tried to warn us, and we mocked them. Never again. So Jay-Z's been accused, and they're saying nobody's seen or heard of him the last few days. They say he he's fled the country. We don't know yet because can't nobody find him. He and his wife were not there at the Grammys last night. Go ahead, Diva.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised,
Really?
but
Really,
I'm not surprised at all. You know what? And I wouldn't be surprised if there were more of them. NFL coaches, music industry, big wigs. I mean, I'm not surprised when the whole thing went down with P. Diddy. What happened to Russell Simmons? You know what I'm saying?
Russell Simmons, he fled the country. He's
right.
He's over in the country that they can't extradite him.
Can't extradite him, but don't think that you won't be. You gonna come back over here for some reason. Don't. Listen, I am not at all remotely close to being surprised. I'm not. These some nasty, decrepit PDFers, nasty. I mean, anything they can conjure up in their mind, they want to do it on somebody's daughter.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible.
Oh, and son.
There are allegations that even old Bubba, Hillary's husband, he wasn't just messing with the girls. There's a boy, the young man that said it. But Bill was, and I want to say this. in all fairness to him, Bill is known from when he was governor to be a cokehead. So, you get, so.
A cokehead that played saxophone.
Yeah, and paid it well, too. So,
listen, all that stuff, what you do in the dark will come to light. All that stuff is going to come out. And let me just say this to you lovely people that are out there listening. Please don't be surprised. Don't act surprised. Don't clutch your virtual pearls. Why? Don't even. This is stuff you should have expected. But what you're not going to find is the ones y'all keep coming for, Obama.
Well, Obama's mentioned a couple thousand times in there, but nobody's found anything on him yet. The stuff they have on him was.
Listen, Michelle will be on there before he will. Because Michelle's like, listen, I'll go in your place, not mine. Listen, you need somebody to go. I'll be your representative. I'll go to Eat Island. Before y'all catch my man up, y'all gonna have to get these hands. Yeah. Play with Michelle if you want to. I know y'all saw her arms. Tell me she got man arms. Okay. And you can get this flutter kick and these hands. Yes, you can. Keep playing. Roll it back. Roll it back, folks. What you not gonna find is Barack Hussein Obama. Now you may find Michelle. Because Michelle done took the lick. You feel me? All right. I'm gonna
leave that one alone.
Okay.
But look at Bill. This is this Jewish doctor here. This is what he had to say about Bill Gates, because he was talking about how evil Bill Gates is and all this stuff. But let me just show you what he said, because that's why his wife left him. That's why she left him. She said, "No, I got to go now." He's right here trying
slipping shit in my food and stuff. You crazy as hell.
And this guy, this Dr. Z, he died during Dr. Zelenko. He died during the pandemic, and he died during the pandemic. But let me watch what he says here.
I've seen this guy before.
I have a joke. The whole world is suffering because Bill Gates couldn't find a girlfriend in high school. His hatred for humanity is of historic scale. And his narcissistic inadequacies have created a will to destroy. There's two ways you can grow. You could grow together with others in a collaborative effort, or you can step on their heads.
Yeah.
He's the type of, it's interesting. The guy who made computer viruses and then sold the software to cure the viruses is now involved in global virology.
Yeah.
It's a pattern of sociopathic behavior.
There's a very horrifying clip, and I'm not even sure if I remember it correctly. It was so surreal, but they were asking him, like, people aren't really taking this pandemic seriously. And then he says something like, oh, they're going to take the next one seriously. Like, that's straight out of a horror movie.
Well, he's not a prophet. He's a criminal. 2 months ago, he talked about smallpox as a potential threat. Even though smallpox is only found in 2 labs, one in America, one in Russia.
Yep.
And 4 days later, a few vials of smallpox are found in a unsecure refrigerator in a Merck laboratory in Philadelphia.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Surprise.
That's Bill Gates. Microsoft.
So he's playing with the American public as if we're a bunch of lab rats.
Yes.
May he go straight to West Hell.
There are about 3 or 4 countries that he cannot go back to because a couple of them are over in the continent of Africa, because he's got the government to allow him to use his experiment of some of his vaccines and drugs. And a lot of kids were born deformed, and all kinds of different things. He can't go. He'll get arrested. And there's about 3 or 4. India is one of them. He can't go to India. So he's an evil man. Evil man. But now his father was part of a eugenics organization back in the early 1900s, 1920s, 1930s, along with Margaret Sanger, and Adolphus, last name, what begins with the H, all that because they wanted to get rid of certain races and all that kind of stuff. So that's his father was a part of that. So his father was a eugenicist. So he just continued on. He was doing experiments with Jeffrey Epstein because they were trying to make or create or find a way to do the cells, the DNA, the more that to create the perfect being, the perfect person. And Peter Thiel, who's with Palantir, who's the AI and the technology part, he says that there's going to be a point where human life won't even be necessary because the computers and AI and the technology will take over. He says he's hoping that he said he says he's not a Christian, but he believes in the Antichrist. He said he can't wait till the Antichrist comes because that's when society, the whole world, will change from that point. I mean, these are actually interviews that are available online if you look them up. And Peter Thiel is the handler for J.D. Vance, our vice president. There you go. So it's all this one. George Carlin had a joke, and he said it's one big gigantic club, but you're not a part of it. Everybody that's named so far in these documents are the elites, the higher ups of industries. There's a couple already ambassador. There was an ambassador, one of our U.S. ambassadors to Mexico. He got a 12-year-old girl pregnant. But because ambassadors have diplomatic immunity, couldn't do that with them. So we live in a sick society. Yes. And this, like you said, something you said earlier, Diva, this ain't just happening. It's just coming out now.
It's now just coming out. It's been happening all this time.
All the time. And they're of course, they don't like this coming out, but they've been doing this for
but another thing too that they're doing, and it's a phenomenon, and there's got to be a name for it. I'm looking at certain things happen, and these folks are saying, no, that's not happening. You don't see that. Like, I don't see the wizard behind the curtain. Are you really telling me I don't see the wizard behind the curtain working the controls? I'm looking right at him. No, you don't see what you think you're seeing.
Cognitive dissonance.
People are signing on to that shit. Like, it is literally working on some people. Listen, I see you. I'm looking right. I see you.
And here's the thing about it. When it was happening under Biden, this kind of crazy stuff, people were talking about, this, that, and other, this, that, and other. But now it's under Trump. And now all those people who were saying it under Biden, now all of a sudden, Trump said, I'm going to end all the wars. We done got more wars since he been in.
He said he ended 8 wars. There hasn't been.
So anyway, but what I'm saying is it's one big club. And so people have to now start thinking for themselves, start following the crowd, start doing your own research, and really finding out that, hey, look, you can't go along with everything just because everybody else doing it, and you will find yourself like a sheep led to the slaughter. And so put your comments down below. Definitely want to know what you think, and stay tuned. Every time we get some more enough information, we will be updating you on the e-files right here on the Real Talk with the RN Diva Pastor Robert podcast. But you got to study the news for yourself, because here's one of the favorite tools that I like to use for staying informed, Diva: ground news. And if you're tired of feeling like you're only getting part of the story, ground news is your secret weapon. It helps you to see every side of every story across the medium spectrum, left, right, and everything in between. And because they believe in what we're doing here at the RCTV network, they're offering you 40% off the Advantage subscription when you visit check.ground.news/the RCTV network. That's check.ground.news/the RCTV network. Stay informed, stay balanced, and support the show at the same time. Now, let's get into our next story, because this is another, since we're talking politics tonight, politics and culture, let's talk about this, because now the world has been Let's see, what word should I use? Nicki Minaj has shook the table again. In a post that's gone viral recently, the other day, she called out Christians who continue to vote Democrat, tying it to the disruptions in church worship, what happened with Don Lemon. We'll talk about that in a moment, and saying that the veil is officially lifted. Strong words, faith, politics, and culture are all colliding all at once, and the internet is losing it on their mind. Now, live it or hate it, Diva, this isn't just celebrity talk anymore. This is about free speech and faith under pressure, and who gets labeled bold versus dangerous, depending on the opinion. Now, here's the thing, because even as much as last night, even as much as late as last night, Nicki Minaj was tweeting about what was some of the satanic rituals and different things that were seemingly going on at the Grammys last night. So, but let's go back here, Diva. I'm gonna show you this video that I'm gonna turn you loose here because she was at the White House last week for the launch of the Trump accounts. Now, for those of you who know, the Trump accounts are where when you're trying any child between birth to 18, the government will put aside, invest $1,000 at the if it happens you do it at birth, you sign up for it, and you can invest into that account, and it gains interest. But the government starts it off, and so by the time the child gets 18, they can use it to buy a house, they can use it to go to college, they can use it for whatever, because by that time it's accrued a lot of interest and everything over 18 years. You can't take it out early. You can't, go buy the child can buy a car when they get 18 if they want to use it for college. They can use it for whatever they want to when they turn 18, or they can keep it, and let it accrue from there. But anyway, she was at the White House last week, and she made some comments. She made some comments that made everybody. I don't know what happened to Diva there. There you go.
Well, what the hell?
What happened? There you are. What happened there? But anyway,
you froze.
Okay, so it just was the internet then. But she was at the White House, and she ended up. You just see for yourself. And again, the internet is going completely berserk. And since she was at the White House last week, she did a TikTok video with the president. She did an interview. We're going to show the clip of that. She was at the premiere of the Melania movie at the Kennedy Center with Melania Trump. And she's still in D.C., as a matter of fact. I think she was there today. So she's making her rounds, and she is MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. So let's see what she had. Let me show you this one video, and then we'll go from there.
Rap.
Did you see that, Diva? You didn't see it?
No.
You saw it. You didn't see it? Oh,
let
me play for you again, please. I don't want you to miss it.
Hello guys, I'm with my favorite president, the best president of all time.
And I'm with the queen of rap.
Hello guys, I'm with my favorite president,
one more time.
the best president of all time.
And I'm with the queen of rap.
Okay. All right. There you go. Now, wait. There's more. Ooh, I can look at your facial expression right now. Look at your facial expression right now. Bless your heart. But I told you it's a because everybody was saying, wait a second, she was against him a while ago, but she explains why she changed her mind. But I want to show you, this is the event last week where she was talking about the Trump accounts. Now, the Trump accounts is a good thing. There's some people that ain't going to do it because it has his name on it. But I'm like, if you're going to end up getting $50,000, $60,000 invested for your child, forget whose name is on it. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
That shit might come back to bite you in the ass.
What? You wouldn't do it?
No.
I mean, the government starts it off.
No.
He'll be long out of office.
No.
Here we go.
Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, you know, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
What did he say to her?
I don't know. I didn't hear. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, she has got to be kidding me. I can't do another one. I can't. Mm-mm.
No, but here's what she explains why. It's only been that long. She explains how she got the place of supporting him because I remember she was talking trash.
Yeah.
First time.
She is such a switch out.
So here we go. Let's see what she had to say about why when she was asked on the Katie Miller. This is from the Katie Miller Show podcast. Katie Miller podcast. Let's play it now for her. See what she says.
Issue specifically, like, drew you in the most? Is it immigration? Is it the economic policy? Is it religious freedoms? What specifically, you know, answers that calling that you talk about?
Definitely, religious freedom is something that's very important to me. But if I'm being honest, President Trump. Yes. Because when I saw how he was being treated over and over and over, I just couldn't handle it. Like, because I felt that same, you know, a lot of that bullying and the smear campaigns and all of the lying, I felt that had been done to me for so many years. And I was watching it in real time happen to someone else. And I didn't think he deserved it. And it made me think, I can't do this anymore.
What issue specifically?
Okay, David, go ahead.
She needs to stop lying, is what she needs to do. What she's doing is attempting to get him in her pocket so he could save her PDF husband and PDF brother. That's it. And then ultimately save her from being deported. That's all. Nicki, nice try. Nice try. We just heard you not too long ago dogging the same man out, but now all of a sudden I can't do it anymore. She's the worst actress. She's phony as her ass. Maybe they're buddies because their asses are the same size. I don't know. But all I know is, Nicki, we're not falling for the okie doke. So try that. He'll fall for it because he's stupid enough to believe something like that. She should just go away. She's talentless. She's an idiot. And she should just go away. And Barb's can miss me with the bullshit. What she's doing is making us a fool of herself. These years this girl has worked in her career, and she really made something like that.
Right.
You know?
What?
Why am I hearing myself?
That was my phone.
So I don't know why she thinks that it's okay to flip on this country unless she gives no shit about America, and she ain't gonna be here for long anyway. She has one agenda, and it's herself. And if she's gonna blow smoke up his ass, and he's gonna fall for it because he's an idiot, and they belong together. Maybe she should divorce her husband and get rid of Melania, and them two get together.
Sure. Diva. 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 Okay. I'm not getting up. You know, you.
I call it like I see it.
You for real on that one.
I'm dead ass. Dead ass.
Yeah. I mean, you got to admit that she has been. Oh, she was at Turning Point USA. The Amfest a couple weeks ago with Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's wife, and so she has opened up a whole new fan base.
This is the thing. All this is just to keep her name in our mouths. That's it. You
Yeah,
know what? If it wasn't so egregious and disgusting, I'd be like, that's clever.
Well, that's what I
But
was trying to tell you. I'm like, she's a businesswoman.
that's not even business.
She
She's
got
so
people probably
stupid.
downloading all her songs that don't even know just because they saw with Brandon. Yeah.
You know, and I'm Cardi, get
He
her
gave her a Trump card, one of those gold
a
Trump
Trump card, and
cards.
she thought that was a do not
The
pass go and
immigration thing.
collect $200. See, she thought we was paying. She thought he that gave her the card, you know, that one last Uno card. Nah, boo, that was just a replica and a souvenir.
Right.
Thanks for visiting the White House.
Yeah, he gives those out, and then sometimes he gives the gold coins or whatever. But
Stop it. You just you got. Like,
you know, so
but you from the Bronx. You just got. The white man with the diaper just got you.
Biden wasn't in there. You said with the diaper. You said Biden, white man with the diaper. Biden's gone. That's not
Okay,
Biden.
watch your mouth. I'm talking about Trumpy Dumpy.
Well, you know, Biden was, you know, he was letting them come in about to it. That's what they said happened at the Vatican that time, but I'm not sure. That's just
listen. They gotta put a black towel or a cloth down so when he sit on the chair, it don't leave a shit stain. Now, if you gotta put down a black piece of material down on the chair so your president don't leave a shit stain, I'm thinking you might want to go and work at the Piggly Wiggly. And you know what I'm saying? Just quit your job working for the Crumpy Dumpy and go work at the Piggly. They still got remember Pantry Pride?
Yeah, Pantry Pride.
Remember Pantry Pride? My brother used to work at Pantry Pride. Listen, go work at Piggly Wiggly. Somewhere got a Piggly Wiggly still. And,
they got
and
it in South Carolina. In South Carolina, they still got it.
Right there in South Carolina. And get you a nice manager job. You ain't gotta put the shit paper down for the man to sit down so he don't leave shit stains. Now that's the job to have right there. That's what the vice president need to be doing. That should have been his job. Next in line, he's supposed to pick up that little black material that covers the chair so y'all president don't shit on them people's chair. They're gonna have to get rid of when they get rid of they knock down the east wing. They're gonna have to come in there and get all them chairs up out of there because he done shit all of them. You know it. Watch. Y'all gonna see right down there. We had to order new chairs. Watch. I'm telling you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you know back in the day when your grandma used to have the plastic over the furniture. Tell the truth, shame the devil, huh? That's what they need to do in the White House. They need to put the plastic. You walk in the house and the plastic runner is on the floor and everything.
You sit on there sweating, you get stuck.
Yeah, you done got a pressure sore from sitting there and sweating, and your skin done broke down.
Oh my God!
Need to cover the White House furniture with plastic so he don't shit, and if it do, it just slide right off. There you go.
Put your comments down below. What you think about Nicki Minaj going MAGA, full-fledged MAGA? What, did you think it's real, or do you think she's just being wise, trying to get a grip? Do you think it's a grip? And, I want to know what your comments are. And listen, let's be real for a boy. I don't think you get more real than what she's doing. The Diva's doing right now. We're living in a time where things are shaky. Where we just watched the government shut down.
Shaky and shitty.
Critical services. Even the food stamp ministers were put on the pause. We're about to go to war with Iran. We got civil war over there in Minneapolis, Minnesota. You got food insecurity on the rise. Power grids buckling up under extreme demand. Wildfires out west. Freezing cold temperatures down here in Florida.
Iguanas freezing and falling out the trees.
Yeah, hurricanes tearing up the coastline, tornadoes showing up uninvited like that auntie who never calls first. But listen, if you're serious about being prepared and want peace of mind that actually lasts, it's time to check out Ready Hour Foods from My Patriot Supply. These emergency food kits aren't your average pantry snacks. It's not banana chips and beef jerky. They have a shelf life of up to 25 years. That's not panic buying. That's wisdom. So don't start and wait for the next crisis to remind yourself that preparation is cheaper than desperation. Visit the link down in the show notes below, or go to mypatriotsupply.com and get your household ready. As I always say, take care of your family, take care of yourself, take care of your future. And as I always say, don't wait till it's too late. Stay ready. That's one of our sponsors here for the RC TV Network and this podcast. Now, let's talk about a story that's developing fast and serious. We usually don't get into political stories, but it just seems like culture and politics are merging and have collided the last several days. Serious questions about media power and the First Amendment. Former CNN anchor and host Don the Lemonhead Lemon is back in the headlines. This time not for a hot take, but for a statement claiming that federal agents arrested him in the middle of the night in connection with his work as a journalist. Lemon says this wasn't about celebrity or politics. He said it was about him doing his job, protected by the First Amendment. And he's framing this moment as a line being crossed when it comes to a free and independent press.
That's right.
Supporters are calling it intimidation. Critics are asking what's missing from the story. And the internet, as usual, has already picked sides before the facts are fully clear. Thank goodness he will have his day in court. Now, listen, he's got the same lawyer as Hunter Biden has, so he got Hunter off, so we'll see. Now, listen, we're not here to run defense or throw stones. We're here to ask the uncomfortable questions. What actually happened? And we're going to show you a couple clips real quick before we go. What does accountability look like when journalists become the story? And where is the line between law enforcement and press freedom? Diva, from your perspective, how should people be processing this right now, especially in a moment where the trust in the media and fake news is already hanging by a thread? What do you think?
I think people ought to be very, very afraid. Our First Amendment right, you need to be very, very afraid. It could happen to you. You're going to get to the point where you're not going to be able to speak. Come on. He's doing his job and they go and arrest him in the middle of the night.
Well, here's the thing. Now,
very afraid.
Okay, but now here's the thing. Here's the issue where we're parsing hairs. Yes, because if I find out a bank robbery is going on, or something like that, and I you get the call, you go down there, you get your cameraman, you go down there, you start reporting the story. And maybe while it's still going on, maybe it's a hostage standoff or something like that. But here's the issue: he was let in on what was happening prior to it happening, and by his own words leading up to it, it was clear that they let him in. It seemed like, I'm saying that, I can't say it's not clear. It seemed like he was in on part of the plan for them on that day. So it wasn't like he just happened to be in Minneapolis. They said, hey, we hear somebody got a tip. He was out there, he knew what they were doing in the planning of it. So that's why they get it for conspiracy, because if you were covering once it got in, but if you were part of the planning, you're not part of it. That's where the line is crossed. If I know somebody's going to rob a bank, what they call that, if you know somebody's going to rob a bank and you're there when they rob it and you help them plan it, you're what? You're what? An accomplice, right?
Lucky as hell.
You're an accomplice.
No, I'm not going to go with that. I'm not going to sign on to that. Nope.
If they rob the bank and you find out and you go to cover it, then that's a different story.
Okay, but everybody tells the truth all the time. So you're going to tell me something's about to happen and you don't know if it's actually going to happen or not. Well, but just in case, you ain't got to get ready if you stay ready.
Well, that's what I just said. But watch this tape. Let's see. Let's see what you think, because they're using his own live stream, because he was live streaming long before it happened. Then when it happened afterwards. So let's watch.
Okay, I got it. Just hit part. Twitch, we're back. Sunday morning church. Yeah, okay, we'll see.
After we do this operation, you'll see it live. And these operations are surprise operations.
He said after we do this operation.
Okay, so I am going inside now. What? Where's my phone? I need my phone. Hey, Meta, record. So activists are now. Church is what the First Amendment is about the freedom to protest. I'm sure people here don't like it, but protests are not comfortable. And there are people here I'm looking at a young man who's in the corner. He's frightened, he's scared, he's crying. People are leaving church. One of the members who looks to be really upset, a young person, the pastor is trying to calm him down over there. We're perhaps they should come in, pray together, and talk together. But anyways, if I were the pastor, I would offer a prayer. I would try to calm things down and say, listen, talk to you. We're all citizens. We're all believers.
Wait, hold on. Let me stop, because I'm going to be biased because I'm a preacher and I'm a pastor. Shonda, church was going on. Now, I protested at church the other Sunday, but I stayed outside and I heard I saw them when they were coming in. They saw me when they were coming in, so I could be effective in coming out. And if I would have gone in there with my megaphone and my bullhorn during the service, I would have been doing just like them, and I would have been disrupting. So yes, free speech, you're right, but now when you have freedom of religion too. Now notice there wasn't no black folk in there. Now he couldn't go to no black church, no Baptist church, no Church of God of Christ, no Church of God, no AME church. He couldn't go. They wouldn't go to no black church because the deacons would have got them, stopped them at the door. So that's where the issue is. They interrupted the church. If they would have stayed outside and protested, no harm, nobody would have got in trouble. But because they broached that's what he was saying. Well, maybe you ought to have the people pray. Well, yeah. Could you imagine? You up there? I can just imagine. I'm up there preaching, and all of a sudden the bomb in the middle of my service. Oh my God! And, so that's where the law comes in. It's not him, the ones that arrested because they interrupted the service, and on the property there is private property. But let me finish it. You can talk about that.
And Christian, it may look like MAGA coded, but there's a reason they have so many white people here. I'm just going to be honest. It's because of the operation that they're doing today. It's important to have allies, as they said, white allies here. So that is what I could say. I turned our camera off of them because they're giving some critical information here. But there we go. Everybody's ready to go.
I don't necessarily agree with everything that's going on in the Twin Cities right now, but I don't think it's good to fight fire with fire. I think it's good to speak up, and I think it's good to protest, but I think it's better to do it in a peaceful way. I don't think the answer is going into God's church.
You don't think this is peaceful?
Well, it's trespass.
Nobody fighting.
It's trespass.
I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful.
That's the pastor.
It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship.
But there were folks who will say,
I have to take care of my flock.
Okay, but listen, we live there's a constitution in the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest. Yeah. I'm surprised that law enforcement has not showed up yet. We're going to take you outside of the church. What do you think of this?
There's a harmless Christian here that wants to praise the Lord with my son, and now I got to go home.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch. This guy here, look, he's hugging his kid. And, I imagine it's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here, but again, careful, it's very slippery right here. Yeah. It's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here, but that's what careful, please, really slippery, not kidding. That's what protesting is about, and so.
But you did it during church.
Are
go
you?
Go ahead.
Now, if it was Publix, would it make a difference?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's a place where a lot of people come and go. It's not one. It's not a
church.
But a corporate body doing whatever they do, praying. If it was a mosque, the Muslim praying. That's what I'm saying. Public people are coming and going as individual people. The church is one unit having church, praying, preaching, singing, whatever the case. So again, I don't have no problem with the protesting what they were doing, but when they couldn't even wait until the service was over. That would have been better than right in the middle of the service, just ambushing them. And you got to remember, too, the reason why so many people freaked out, remember about a year ago where the trans went into the little Catholic school, the church, and shot up. That was in Minneapolis. Mm-hmm. Where he went in there, shot up 2 kids and some adults in the school, the Catholic school chapel. So that was also been so when people hear all that going on, they think, oh my God, am I about to die? So that's why the church, because that just like if it was a Jewish synagogue or a Muslim mosque, that was where the issue is. Because we have freedom.
So what do you think the purpose of them going into the church was?
Well, they were protesting ICE because they heard that one of the pastors on staff worked for ICE. So that's why they were going there to protest him. Because that's what's going on. So actually, what they found out, that guy wasn't the guy that one of the pastors used to work for him, but they thought he worked for him like currently. But nonetheless, they're protesting the ICE, which is what's going on there. And they found out that one of the pastors had some connection or work with it. So that's why they bombarded the service. Now, if they wanted to protest him, fine, but don't interrupt the service. Wait till the people come outside, or even at the very least, wait till it's over. You can't. I mean, think about it. If you was ever at a football game, every few years you'll see somebody at a college football game or a Super Bowl run out there in the middle of the field, in the middle of the game. They stop them, they get them, they arrest them because you interrupting whatever it is. Go ahead.
So you got your panties in a wad because it was church.
Yeah. Again, would you let them in your house?
Okay, now you trying to get somebody shot. I mean,
what? It's the same thing. That's God's house.
Well, God ain't standing there
You
with
can't.
God.
But you also can't do that in the courthouse. You can't just walk in. You can't. And I'm not talking about with the gun. I'm just talking. You can't walk in the court. What's the judge coming there, call things to order? You just can't come in there.
The church and the courthouse are two separate things. Don't do that.
But they operate though. But they operate.
No, stop it.
You got everybody got to come to order.
Listen, the reason why they were going. Listen, this wasn't no random church. The reason why they were going up in there is because they thought it was a dude that was affiliated with ICE.
Right.
They had an agenda. Okay, I understand that.
Right,
Explain to me why they went and arrested Don Lemon and the 4 other people or 5 other people.
Because they violated the FACE Act, and the FACE Act has something to do with there was during Biden. It's actually two. It's a FACE Act and the KKK. There's two acts, 2 laws. One of them they call it the KKK law, or something like that. But basically, was back when the KKK was strong. They made a law because the KKK used to go in churches, do the same thing, go in black churches. They go in there and ambush them and beat the people up, or fuss, or whatever they do. So they made that law that made it a federal crime to do that. Then they had another law called the FACE Act that was under Biden, where they were, because Biden arrested several people that if you were at an abortion clinic, they were people that their money was the abortion clinic. They were religious people, they were church folk, and what they were doing, they were standing out in front of the entrance to abortion clinics, singing hymns and trying to stop the people from going in, or stop all trying to catch them when they're coming out, trying to spread Jesus and stop them from having abortions. Well, the abortion clinic or whoever called the police on them, they got arrested, but then the state prosecutor, whatever, they used that law saying, hey, you impeded upon their right as a citizen to go in there and go get their abortion. And some people one girl got 3 years, a black girl, Beverly Beatty. Several people got arrested. One lady was like 80 years old, 80-year-old white lady got 3 years for the same thing. So the Department of Justice using that law, along with the KKK Act, to say you interrupted the church, you went in there, religious freedom, you violated their religion. Yes, you have the freedom to protest, but you also have the freedom of religion. So at some point you can't interrupt to something like that. So it went to 2 judges and they denied it. But then when it went to the grand jury, I mean, it's a federal charge, but it's like a misdemeanor. I mean, even if he gets convicted, if he gets 30 days in jail, that's all it would be, if that. But the issue is the precedent.
Don't worry about that. It's all smoke and mirrors and a distraction. All I know is they worried about the wrong damn thing.
Well, the precedent is set because but Don Lemon's not the first press person ever to get arrested. Because there was some press people that got arrested January 6th. They didn't even go in the Capitol. They just were there covering it, but some of them didn't get arrested. So they're using that as well. So it's not the first one. It's just the first one that Trump has done. But they arrested like 1,000 people January 6th. But there were, I know, 3 press people that got arrested. And one of them spent 3.5 months in jail, and he never even went in. He was just covering it. Owen Schroer. So it's not, but one thing about our justice system, I guess they say it's the best in the world.
It's really not.
But it's not. It's not evenly. You can do this one thing here, and then you do it over here, and you get everybody turn the other way. So it just depends on who's in charge, because it's not the first. James O'Keefe, the Project Veritas and O'Keefe Media Group. FBI came in 6:30 in the morning, came and knocked his front door down, his condo. took his cell phone, computers, all that kind of stuff because he was reporting on the story that they didn't like. They detained him for about 4 hours, but they never arrested him, took him in, and they still never gave his computer back. Never, So that was undivided, and he's mad now because he thought when Trump DOJ got in there, since he's a Trump guy, he was like, "Well, hey, Dan Bongino, can y'all give my computer and phone back?" He done moved to West Palm Beach now and all that, but of course I got him.
I wish y'all stop bringing y'all ass down here. Stop bringing y'all ass to Florida. Sick of y'all.
But anyway, so it's not the first time it's happened. It's just the first time that's happened
to Don
this
Lemon
administration. Well, no, to under this administration. Because I mean, it happened. Oh,
well, I'm a lemon head. I don't care. Don't do that,
no.
Don.
It happened to James Rosen, who when Obama was in. They prosecuted. He was a Fox News reporter, white guy, Fox News reporter. They took all his stuff and they prosecuted him. So it's always, it happens all the time. It's just this time when it happened, it's the first time it's happened under Trump. But it happened with Biden, with several. It happened under Obama. Probably happened under Bush. I'm sure if I researched it enough. When people report, certain people reporting against the war in Iraq and Iran, they all of a sudden they felt that heat on them.
Get me out of here.
So are you mad about it because it's Don Lemon? Or are you mad about it because of the principle of the law of thing?
I think that
because of the church. Because of the church.
Because of the church.
Well, I mean, because again, the church, there should be separate. I don't have no problem with freedom of protest. We have that right, and we're supposed to. But don't bring it to the church.
Church is just another building to me, so I don't. You know how I am. I don't care nothing about it. Goddamn church.
So, okay. Well, put your comment down below. Do you agree or disagree with us on what we're talking about this week? So he's going to have his day in court. Like I say, I think Abby Lewis.
I'm going to have to go see about Dawn. Let me go see about Dawn.
Yeah, before we go, we got to go. We're going to cut it short today. But listen, we also have another story. It's been an hour.
You don't cut it short.
Oh, well, listen, we got one more story.
Get him, because he's trying to get up.
No, we got one more story. We don't. Yes, we do. Yeah, this is yours. This is your story.
No, we do not.
Yes, we do. About the candy.
No, we don't.
The candy.
I got stuff to do.
Ooh, y'all done made the Diva mad. Diva, man. Diva, she love her Dawn now.
Don't play with me about Don Lemon. Do not, because you gonna try to KKK act on a black gay man. Come on.
Well,
bring it.
That is the irony of all.
That's very ironic.
That is an irony. Yes. Now listen, tonight's episode was one for the books. Diva was in rare form tonight.
I ain't even not behaving.
I'm good. But from the latest developments from the Epstein files to Nicki Minaj unapologetic political shift and White House appearance to the breaking news involving Don Lemon, we cut through the doors and asked some questions that many people are afraid to ask. So, Diva,
what?
How can they get in touch with you if they want to support what you're doing? And also let them know about what you're doing over there on TikTok as well, if you don't mind.
Oh, you trying to get me a little following? Well, folks, if you feel it's so kind, you so kind in your heart, you'd like to send me a little something, you could always hit me up on my Cash App at $RN Diva 01. My Venmo, wait, back up.
Okay.
Anyway, at RN Diva 01, and I don't know which one is which.
Venmo and your Cash App are the same.
Yeah, but one has a $sign. Well, Cash App has a $sign. RN Diva 01. And my Venmo is RN Diva 01 with the @sign. I'm tired.
Right.
All I know is y'all done picked up Don Lemon and they ain't made no kind of sense. Y'all could have picked up anybody, all them people over there at Fox, and y'all go get my baby. But that's okay, because God don't like ugly. He ain't too particular about pretty.
Listen, and if you want to support what we're doing, Cash App $Rob Carpenter 2, Venmo at Rob Carpenter 2, PayPal at Rob Carpenter 2. And if you have cryptocurrency, you can support us at Rob Carpenter. We definitely appreciate what you're doing. Real Talk with the RN Diva is a listener-powered and independent podcast. The best way to support is simple and free. Watch live, share this on your favorite platform, and leave a rating on the podcast apps. And you also know how we do on here. And then share this. You can watch this now next Monday night will be again Monday night at 8 p.m. because of the Super Bowl. Go Patriots. So we won't be live on every Sunday, but after that, every Sunday night at 8 p.m. on YouTube, Rumble, and X. And available live after the show wherever you podcast. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and YouTube Music. Diva, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for rocking with us and engaging in real conversation and for help keeping real talk bold, honest, and necessary. We'll see you all next time on Real Talk with the RN Diva. Pastor Robert saying so long. We'll see you next week. And y'all pray for her. She pissed off, y'all.
Y'all find yourself some business. Find you some business, okay?